Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we'll be discussing the topic right time. Watch the whole video to find out what meaning life holds for each of us. Why do you always wait for the right time, but it never comes? Chapter 1, The Promise of Later, the Sweetest Trap. Almost everyone has said a very familiar sentence at some point. I'll start when the time is better. It sounds reasonable. It sounds responsible. It sounds like someone who is thinking carefully before acting. But if you look deeper, that sentence is often not a plan. It is simply a polite way of postponing. No one says directly, I'm scared. Instead, we say, I just need to prepare a little more. No one says, I'm afraid to try. Instead, we say, it's not the right time yet. We comfort ourselves with words that sound logical, and the most dangerous thing is that we believe them. Every time we say later, we feel like we haven't given up. The intention is still there. We still believe that one day we will do it. But life rarely steals our time through dramatic events. It takes it away through small promises like these. Tomorrow, next week, next year. And slowly, little by little, our dreams are placed on the sidelines of our lives. Chapter 2, The Uncomfortable Truth. The perfect moment doesn't exist. Human beings love to believe that there is a perfect moment, a day when everything is stable, money is enough, your mind feels strong, your knowledge is complete, your confidence is high, and then you will begin. But if you observe people who have truly achieved meaningful things in life, you will notice something interesting. No one starts in a perfect moment. They begin when they don't know everything yet. They are not sure they will succeed. They are still afraid. The perfect moment only exists in our imagination. In real life, things are always a little messy. There are always problems. There are always risks. There are always uncertainties. If you wait until everything is perfect before you begin, you may end up waiting forever. Chapter 3, What You Are Really Waiting For. Most people say they are waiting for the right time. But in reality, that's not what they are waiting for. They are waiting for the feeling of complete safety. They want to start without fear. Act without worrying about failure. Try something new without feeling awkward. But the truth is, those feelings do not disappear before you begin. They disappear after you have begun many times. Confidence does not appear before action. It is the result of repeated action. You don't become brave and then do difficult things. You do difficult things many times, and eventually you become brave. Chapter 4, Disguised. Very cleverly, fear rarely shows up in a rough to obvious form. It usually dresses itself in very polite clothing. It says, I just want to prepare more. It says, I need more time to think. It says, let's wait for a better situation. It sounds reasonable, but underneath those sentences, there is usually a very simple feeling: fear of failure, fear of being judged, fear of not being good enough, fear of making mistakes. And to avoid facing that fear, we create a beautiful concept: the right time. Chapter 5, Busy, but not moving forward. There is a very common state many people experience: being busy all day, but not moving any closer to what they truly want. You do many small tasks. reply to messages, consume information, rearrange your plans, prepare more. None of these things are wrong, but they all share one common characteristic. They are not the most important thing. The most important task is still there, but we avoid it, not because we are lazy, but because that task forces us to face uncertainty. Chapter 6, The Cost of Waiting. Many people think procrastination is harmless. They believe, I'm only waiting a little longer. But time doesn't pass the way we think it does. A year does not disappear because of one dramatic event. It disappears through 365 small tomorrows. You don't lose a dream in one day. You lose it through thousands of small delays. And one day, you look back. You realize something painful. You didn't lack opportunities. You simply didn't take any of them. Chapter 7. People who go far are not luckier. There is a huge misunderstanding. We look at successful people and think they had better timing. But if you ask them honestly, most of them will say something surprising. They started when they were not ready. They also felt nervous. They also doubted themselves. The difference was not their circumstances. The difference was a small decision. They started before they felt ready. Chapter 8. Growth happens after action. We often believe we must prepare thoroughly before we act, but life works in the opposite direction. You act first, then you learn during the process. You don't learn how to swim by reading a book. You learn by getting into the water. You don't become confident by thinking about confidence. You become confident because you have survived moments of awkwardness and fear. Chapter 9. Change the question. Instead of asking, when will the right time come? Maybe we should ask a different question. If I keep waiting, how much more time will I lose? Instead of asking, am I 100% sure? Ask yourself, am I ready enough to take the first step? No one needs perfect certainty to begin. You only need a decision strong enough to stop hiding. Chapter 10. The moment a life changes direction. Many people think life changes through huge events, but most of the time it begins with a very small moment. A moment when you say enough, not when your fear disappears, but when you decide not to let fear control you anymore. The moment you stop waiting and take one small step, just one step, but a real one. Because sometimes the difference between two lives is not talent, it is not luck, it is not circumstances, it is simply one decision. One person keeps waiting, the other starts, and in that moment, their entire path begins to change. Easy English Daily. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video to let me know you're ready to take the next step. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video that could change your life. Thank you for watching.